Right, I've rang up the company where I get my castings. These castings are coming, they're putting them in the post. And these castings for the first and second shaft are coming. I've got the tops. While I'm waiting for those, as I say, I have got my hubs for the rear wheels. So I've got two of them. Where's the other one? There we are. So what I'll do is I'll flatten both sides out. That's got a draw, you see, where the wooden pattern, when they make the casting, that helps get the wooden pattern out of the sand mould. So what I'll do is I'll try and put them in the chuck, I think, 4-jaw chuck, flatten each side, and then the overall width of these, I think it's the near side is 2 inches, and then you've got the flat cast iron plate each side. This one would be the outside side. That's got to be machined to 1/4 of an inch. The one with a hub on the near side, that's got to be machined down, so that's 1/4 of an inch there. Squared up there. So we'll do these first anyway. Right, I've got one of the hubs set up in the 4-jaw chuck. I haven't worried about trying to get it centre yet. All I'm going to do is face that off, turn it over and face that off, and then see how much I got to take off each side for the right width. As I say, the near side wheel will be 2 inches, and on the drawing the offside wheel is 1/16 wider for some reason, but we do it all to the drawing. Right, that's one side faced off. I turn it over, face the other side off flat. Then we can decide how much we got to take off each side to make it to the right width. Well, that's one rear wheel hub machined down to the right width. I better mark that. That is the near side one. I'll do the offside one now, which is a, what is it? Oh, so 132 larger. Just facing up the offside rear wheel hub. As you see, I've already done the near side hub. Right, that's the 2 rear wheel hubs faced off each side to the right width. Next thing now, I'm going to mark down through the centre, mark the centre for the axle hole, and then on the drawing, if you look, there's 2 holes there. Go right through, so I'll mark those out as well and drill the hubs. Right, I've marked the axle holes and the other 2 pinholes there. What I'll do is I'll put centre drill through those, drill these the right side, and then I'll mount them in the 4-jaw chuck to drill those and bore them out to, well, I've got to allow for phosphor bronze bearings, so I expect I'll go 1.25 inches, I think, on these. Right, I've drilled these holes the right size. Now what I'll do is I'll centre this up on the 4-jaw chuck and bore these holes out to 1.25 inches. That's 1 inch for the axle, and then the rest is going to be for the phosphor bronze bearings. Right, I've got that centre hole, the axle hole, centred up pretty good, look. That's ready for boring through. Right, I'm just boring out the holes for the axle shaft. Right, now I'm going to put a boring bar in, bore that out to allow for the phosphor bronze bearings. That's one hub done. Just do the other one. Right, that's both hubs bored out. I have bored them out to allow for a phosphor bronze bearing, as you can see. So that's a 1 inch shaft and then phosphor bronze bearing. Lovely. Right, so I'm going to put these aside now because let's turn that slightly to the side, because what I've got, my bearings have turned up, so I can finish doing the bearings like these for the axle shaft, and also the castings for the first and second shaft. So I'll be working on these, finish the bearings, working on these. Also we've got here's the tops. That'll be the tops. So I've got to split these, machine those for the shafts and that. So that's what I'll be doing in the next video. So please subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost anything, and join me as I build a 2-inch scale Fowler Showman's traction engine.